First Ignite talk. Woo! Hi, Mom. So my talk is on the remote-friendly office. Image was done in like 5 seconds with Photoshop, but a little bit talk about myself as it comes along. There we go. So a little bit about myself. I'm Matthew Fisher, Bacon Gobbler on GitHub, on Slack, on a couple of other channels. I am a sole proprietor over here, and I work on my own, and I'm working remotely now for about 4 years. So I have a little bit of how to help. So being remote is very wonderful. It's great to work there. It also sucks. I want to underline what kind of sucks after the times that I've been working remotely and what we can do to kind of, what are some good suggestions to fix those. So a couple of things that suck. Missing out really sucks when you're working remotely. Company lunches during all hands, impromptu coffee runs, kind of that office magic that everyone really loves when they go to work. Being invisible to the rest of the company, it kind of sucks. Feeling left out, impromptu breakout sessions like, hey, tap on the shoulder and do you want to work on something and do you want to figure this problem out? Losing productivity. It's a lot slower to go over chat than it is to go and talk to someone. So different things like that. It's not cut out for everyone as they're working on remote. Social perceptions. When I go up to someone and talk to someone about, I'm a remote worker, I work from Canada. Yes, I do wear pants every day. We are not more socially awkward than everyone else. We still get out and talk, and yes, we do play Rocket League on work hours, on lunch breaks. And VPN, if you're in a bigger company and you have to VPN into the network, that really sucks sometimes too, because some internal networks aren't on there, and your software administrator becomes your BFF. So how do we fix this problem? And so what are some of the good examples of what remote work looks in a perfect world? Communication is by far the biggest thing that I've found is the most underlying way of being a successful remote engineer. Getting comfortable with Slack, IRC, HipChat, whatever your company uses. Live it, breathe it, love it. But not too much communication. You don't want to be talking 24/7 because when you're working from home, it's very hard to disconnect yourself from work sometimes, so be defined with that. Don't ping after work hours. We still have working from 8 hours a day. Being felt included. Flying down to the office is kind of nice to go and see everyone face to face every once in a while. Water cooler conversations that you can say, hey, this is what I've been working on outside of work, and having those kind of conversations is nice. One-on-one meetings with your boss, of course, is also nice. You don't get to see them like if they're frustrated at work after 8 hours, so getting to know their burnout, their disputes, or anything like that is nice. Daily stand-ups. This may honestly be the only time that you will ever have any social engagement with anyone at work. Have that camera on. That is really cool to have that kind of face-to-face with people that you're working with today. And make them feel invited to the office. Have comfy beanbags when they're coming along. Make them feel invited. Free coffee, as always, is really nice. And so, team building exercises. Off-site show and tells. Again, this is about getting that human connection that you don't normally get when you're working remote. You don't get to talk to these people every day. Local meetups, if you're into that, sports team events, anything like that. And just like good remote employees, what I mean by that is not people who are super productive and who can work on their own. It's people who are willing to take the sacrifice of remote work and who are suited for that in the sense that they can work without being with people. And enable this kind of freedom along those lines. So like working from a cafe, it might give you a nice social change in things. So I'll carry on with that. So the TLDR of this is making comfortable, decent candidates who are good for remote work, who are comfortable with that, embracing it wholly as a company so they feel included with everyone around them, and save your barista. Because they're going to be talking to them very often if that's the only social engagement they get. So thank you.